Hello and welcome back to Man vs. Meteor. We are just about done cooking these beans. There we go. We have got our musical fruit. No, wait, that's the wrong kind of beans. And we are just about to get our next little star. Immediately following the end of the previous episode, while I was still cooking, I got the second level of self improvement, which basically just kind of gives us a generalized tool use calorie reduction. So, doing things like removing this stump are now going to cost us a little bit less as far as our calories go from swinging the tool. Of course, because we don't have the skill and we don't have, you know, better tools, it's still taking a long time. There we go. So that's that. We are going to use the rest of this. Don't worry. We do have plenty of things to do, and we do need to just kind of do a little bit more work here. Now, I think, yeah, I have the stuff to make one of these beet campfire salads. So let's go ahead and do that. Mostly because I want to see what it tastes like. It's not going to exactly be great for us. It's not the. Oh, hang on, let me. If you hover a moment, it locks in, and you can then mouse over the next thing. It's got fat in it. It's got vitamins and stuff, but it's primarily a vitamins thing. And unfortunately, the taste is randomized per character. Like every server you do, every game you play, everybody's taste is going to be randomized. So let's see. Let's see what it has to comment. No comment means okay. All right. But we're a little bit better here. We are now 31 seconds, it says, away from getting our next skill, which is good because we need to start thinking about housing. Now, there's a couple other things we are going to need to be worrying about, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a little bit of, just kind of moving stuff around here. Level the landscape. Oh, that was just a thing there. I think if I do this, it'll be a little bit better. There we go. There's our new star. Character leveled up. One new specialty available. Let's go ahead and hit Z. Now, there are two things we need to do. We need to build a home, and we need to furnish it. In order to get the materials to build the home, logging is going to be our best bet, but carpentry is what is needed in order to populate the, the house with stuff that'll give us our bonuses. Both are important. We're going to start with logging. Boom, just like that. Now we actually get a reduction in, things that, in the tools that we use for the trade. And the reason we didn't do carpentry right away is we have to research it. Now, on a server, this might not be a big issue, but for here, it kind of is a bit of one. Now, you're probably wondering, what the heck are you doing, Brad? And I'll give you the answer. The answer is not everything needs high quality housing. So there is a certain amount we are going to be able to get away with not having high quality. Yeah, we'll grab that. That'll do. That'll do for the moment. Alright, so we are, however, going to very much want. Oh, take a nap. Oh, wait a minute. I can use the bed in my tent. I forgot about that. I thought I was going to have to make a bed. I can use the bed in my tent. Okay, I'm not doing that just this moment. Actually, let's go ahead and start this. What we want is a carpentry table, which if you look, let's see if I can find the thing. All right, it doesn't show me here. This requires basically the carpentry table and the research bench, wherever the research table here, require a certain amount of uh, housing level. So there's like different tiers of materials, and a room, the tier of a room is determined by the tier of materials that you make it out of. So oh, things like dirt and raw stone, stuff of that nature, is all tier 0. The things like uh, you know, the hewn wood logs, which I'm going to hewn log, that's tier 1, as you can see, tier 1. And there's up to tier 4. Now, the carpentry table requires a room of point 0 or of point 0.2, 0.2. So it does not require a full tier 1 room, but it does require there to be some work put in. Alright, so let's go ahead over here. Now this does mean that we are going to need to do this. Now, see, this, unfortunately, even though hewn logs are a logging, uh, a logging specialty, you don't get it from making it from the workbench. You only get it if you make them from the carpentry table. This is just flat a 1-to-1, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead. We're going to make 30. We're going to start with 30. And you do the selection. So this is hardwood. This is just the typeless. I want to always do the typeless because the different types have different colors. And the typeless doesn't care what kind of wood you put in. So, little bit of an important piece of information for those of you just starting out. There we go. All right, we got a little bit of that. You're stuck, aren't you? Yeah, collect. That's what I thought. All right. You can go there, and now stuff can be fine. All right, so we've got this hewn log. Oh, look, I've put the hewn log down. That's not how you do it. You have your little building hammer, and you can do that. All right, so what I want to do is I'm going to say, I'm going to set it as floor because it's a nice cube. And there are a few requirements for something to be considered a room. It has to be fully roofed. It has to. It can have gaps in the wall, but no bigger than 2 blocks. So you can put in basically a doorway without a door in it. You can put in some windows, but that's about it. So we've got that. These guys are coming up pretty quick, so that's pretty good. All right, this should be enough to finish the bare minimum of the roof for the size we're going. The edges count towards the tier, but are not required. That's just kind of the weird thing of it. So let's go ahead. We're going to get our walls back. Come back over here, do this. And I think this might be outside our claimed range, but that's okay. That is okay. We can actually pick that one up. There we go. This does not appear to be a room yet. Oh yeah, because we still need a couple more. Okay. When do you become a room? There. You should be a room now. There we go. It is a room with a 27 volume and a 0.21 tier, which is enough. I've got these 3. Let me just go ahead and make this corner. And kind of this corner. And as you can see, filling those in does raise the tier. So it is a little important. All right, so now that we have that, let's go ahead. We're going to come over here. We're going to go... Oh, you're missing... How are you missing... I don't know how it was doing that, but all right. I want you to make a carpentry table. We'll put it on order. We're gonna do the work. We're gonna move you in front. We need a little bit more stone, so let's go ahead and do that. We're clearing this area out for future use too. Get on in there. And we should be able to also pick up a bunch of this, throw it in there. That should finish that out. We are going to want the research table as well as soon as we can. Where's my research table? We're going to want some additional storage stuff as well. Research table, there you are. All right, right, we need some plant fibers for that. Right, we'll get to that. We don't need it until we are about to hit our next star, which at the moment is going to be over an hour. However, we can go to sleep. But at the moment, we have stuff to do. So, and like I said, time is kind of our most important resource. Where is that meteor? Is that it? That might be it flickering up there. No. Oh. No. You don't always see it is the problem. Because sometimes it's on the other side of the planet. Oh. There you are. Impact in 29 days, 23 hours, 17 minutes. That is a lot bigger than I remember it being. Wow. Okay. Hey, come here. All right. Storage. Bam. All right. So now, here we go. All right, this is our carpentry bench. We are just outside, aren't we? Yeah, we are. All right, so we're going to stick you there. Are you in range of any storage? You are. All right, so you're in range of the stockpile. Good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to cancel out that work. Because what I would like to do instead is put that in there. Come on over here. And craft hewn logs here instead. And remember to always set it to whichever one you want, which in my case is always going to be the regular typeless. And here we go. This is going to start giving me experience in logging, which will level up the skill, which will let me do things like the basic upgrade 1. That guy is going to be important. We'll come back to that as soon as we hit logging 2. As you can see, there's carpentry stuff in here as well, which makes this a very important bench for us. And it doesn't seem to be having any trouble grabbing across the border since it's close enough, so that's perfect. Our crappy little carpentry hut. But we are going to very soon have our actual house started. Do I want to sleep? No, I don't want to sleep. Alright. Now I'm a little bit of that. Okay. Let's clear all that stuff out. Most of that's not important. Okay. So we've done that. You know what? Let's go ahead and do the take a nap thing. Just because I kind of want to show it off now. It's night. We can take a nap. Sleep. And here we go. It is burning time at an accelerated rate. Now, like I said, most servers won't let you do this, but it is something that you can do single player like that. Now, that time comes off the Meteor as well, so, you know, it's kind of a big deal. All right, so let's go ahead and get a little bit more stuff cut down. We have the stuff to do so. And now, doing this, That's us. Logging experience. And would you look at that? Level 2. It also gave us level 3 on the whole, self-improvement thing, which is good, because that also helps our calorie usage. The self-improvement also lets us store more calories at certain points as well, so that is an important skill to level up, but only levels up by leveling other skills. So let's just kind of chop that up as much as we can. We'll come back to this in a minute, grab the rest. You know the drill. Alright, that seems to be all of that. Oh, nope, there's a little bit more. Here we go. Alright, now we can only carry so much at a time. Default carry capacity on these logs is 20. It wouldn't let me pick more up because I was having, some issues there. We need more storage. We are desperately needing more storage. So let's go ahead and make a stockpile. And 2 storage chests. So I think I'll stick the stockpile over here for the moment. As soon as it's done, that is. Oh, I might need to actually pull it out. And as we get more claim papers, we'll claim more of this area just to make things easier for us. You ended up in the backpack because there's... Wait. There we go. 0. Now this is a larger version of that little thing we had. So we're going to stick that right there. It'll be right next to this guy. We're going to make sure that that is turned on as a viable option. We're actually going to move this stuff over there. And let's go pick up some more of the logs we cut up. And we're at 20. Most servers that I have been on either leave it on default or crank it up to max because carrying this stuff can be a pain. But there are other options that become available as you tech up. Technically, one of them is available now, I think. Or at least will be as I level up logging. I think it's logging. That lets me have access to the small cart. But without the ability to make road infrastructure yet, the carts are not terribly useful. We will get to them someday. 18 minutes into the video already. Look at this. Oh, hey, look, there is a couple more things I missed. There we go. Grab that. Alright, so next thing. I have gotten enough to make enough level to make the basic upgrade. I do not yet have enough hewn logs. I need 8 more. So let's make 8 more hewn logs before I go any further. And you're going to see what this upgrade does. Now, not every crafting table has a space for modules, which is what this is considered. And not all of them use the same type. This is the basic upgrade, which will be useful for us for quite a while. But, as you can see, there's also like a basic upgrade 3, which is carpentry. But that requires the basic upgrade 2, which is not on here. We'll get to it. So we're basically looking at this, and we're going, it takes this many. Alright. That's the capital. Alright, so here we go. Basic upgrade 1, give me one of those, please. This is going to take, about a minute here. We're just going to go ahead and wait. And can we see from here? Here we go. Decrease resource cost for the table work orders by 10%. decrease craft time for the table work orders by 10%. Now, this only affects things that are a dynamic value. As you can see, some of these things, like this, are static value. Things like this are dynamic value. So there are the occasional item where it's like, no, you flat out have to have that many of this. Most of them are for things like upgrades. But most other things, like, say, hewn logs, it's a dynamic value. This means that I could, instead of being 1-to-1 like it currently is, I would be able to say, make 10 for 9 logs. As you can see, this is the kind of thing you very much want. And there we go. Now I can make a further 10 hewn logs for 9 logs. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and say, I think 60 is what I can do with what I've got. Yeah, look at that. And it's 60 and it's 54 wood. It gets good fast. And the tier 2, which you can't really see here because of that, the tier 2 is 25%. The tier 3 is 40%. The tier 4 is only 45%. But then you go into the specialty upgrades where you're literally making stuff for half cost. So it gets good fairly quickly. There we go. Alright, so now we're making a whole bunch of hewn logs, so we will be able to build our next part of the structure. Which also means we are going to need our research table pretty darn soon. As you can see, even just with the little nap and the time we've gone, it's saying 33 minutes. We could probably get it this episode. Maybe, if I'm really, really good about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and queue this up. I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh well. I just realized I'm going to need to make another tool. Alright, so let's grab a little bit of stone. We need more stone for this. Go, bit of stone. We are going to need... Oh, you know. No, I don't think that works. Oh, well. What else do we need? We needed the fibers, which we're going to need to make a thing for. Oh. That was my logging specialty leveling up. Things are going to cost less calories now, and there might be something new unlocked. Actually, let's see. Something new unlocked? Oh! The talent. So you occasionally get talents. This one in particular is either increase the tier of the tools by 1 or reduce the calorie cost. I'm going to increase the tier because that makes it so that I can cut things down faster. Now, it doesn't help with the little cleanup, but it does help with cutting down the tree in the first place, which we are going to need to do because we are going to need more logs. And now that it is done so, this should topple faster. There we go. I don't know how much faster that actually turned out, but it should be a little faster. I wasn't counting swings or anything, so... Alright, so you need 9 rocks, 11 wood to finish the research table. Alright. The wood will be easy. We are basically right there already. Alright, let's just kind of grab a little bit of that. This should be enough wood to finish. There we go. Now we're going to need a bit of stone. You know, this might be a good area to just grab a little bit from. How much stone did it say? 9? That's an unusual number. And eventually we're going to want to go mining elsewhere. But for now, this will do. Alright, now that we've got that, we also need a stone sickle. I do not have enough stone for it. Let's grab a little more stone. There we go. That should be enough. There we are. Okay, so now we've got the stone sickle. Let's move some of this stuff around a little bit. Oh, that's right. I should have a couple of storage crates. You know what? I'm gonna just kind of stick these guys right here. Now this will help store any of the additional stuff like these that don't have to go in the stockpile. All right. So now we need this for collecting plant fibers. Because we need those for our little research table. And we can also get things like this, which is wheat. Now, how much plant fibers does it say I need? 15. I already have plenty. And I can just do this and put the plant fibers directly into the recipe, and it keeps the rest. So I don't have to have the storage, have it in storage. I can feed it manually. Important thing for when you're low on storage. Not so important any other time. Let's go ahead and stick some of this in here. Now, this is one of the things they added recently is shelf life on foods, which is why I've kind of been a little slow to cook large amounts of food. But, you know, it's kind of how it is what it is. So let's see. We need... Ideally, we need something a bit more fat. I don't think... I could do some charred fish, but that's mostly protein. We don't have heart of palm. Charred meat would help, but we don't have any meat. We have no meat. Heck, there's not even any animals around at the moment. And I don't have the materials needed to make the stuff, do I? Let's see. We don't have the materials, but we can get them. So we'll just feed that on in. We can go grab ourselves a little bit more of this wood. Boop. There we go. Hop on back over here. We're almost out of time again. Where does the time go? There we go. That's that. And of course, we're going to need some arrows. And we're not going to be able to do this efficiently yet because we do not have the skill for it yet. But that will come with time. All right, let's grab ourselves some hewn logs. And get ourselves making a new little cubby here. You do not have to be great. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can kind of do this. This is going to be a little bit better than our previous cubby, but not exactly by worlds. Let's get some of this dirt and stuff moved. Actually, oh, too hungry to work. Alright, let's eat ourselves some top porridge. Num num num. You can do it this way, you can do it the other way. This way kind of sucks, honestly, unless, you know, because it takes so much time. But I prefer to just do it that way. Num num num. Done. Alright, so let's see. We need... You know, it's fine, whatever. Let's grab more of you. This will be a little bit more of a complete cubby. A little more. All right, let's hit F. Do this. Oops, not there. All right, we need one more. One, you can hold down Shift, and when you click, and it'll give you that little menu. Here we go. This is a 0.33. The research table has the same requirement as uh, the carpentry, so that works. We can just kind of stick you here. Why are you not on? Oh, no, the research table requires 0.5. Okay, I do need a little bit more. Now, I should be able to do this by just filling in some of the empty spots. Can I? Ah, there's the problem. Because air counts as 0 as well, but it's also a little weird. If it's not a mandatory spot, it doesn't count as badly somehow. Alright, we're at 0.4. Alright. Should be too much more. We could probably go ahead and grab like you out of there and put you there. There we go. That was actually enough because this counts as a window. So now it is at 0.501. So now that guy works. We are a little bit past, but I kind of just want to show the research mechanic before we get done. So we are going to want, where are you? We want the carpentry skill. Here we go, carpentry skill book. That requires 2 dendrology research paper basic. All right, dendrology research paper basic is 10 wood and it requires, the logging. So we're going to say 2. We don't have quite enough, but I think that's because it's, that's just because it's doing that. All right, so we should be able to go get the rest of what we need from right here. So we still had a little bit of log left. We had 15 left, which is more than the 8 additional it needed. So we should be all good there. Boop. You are... we're going to do that. There we go. So it'll put it in there. This gives an order for which it'll try to pull and push things, and you can exclude pushing or pulling from any of these items. Right now, I just kind of want to have everything, so we're going to leave it at that. All right, so now this is about done. It's not quite done yet, but we can go ahead and queue up our carpentry skill book and put the work in. And it's finished, and now it's all ready to go. And we grab the extra one. Here we go. We're getting our carpentry skill book. Now, the way these skill books work might not be the way you think. We got a couple of minutes. Let's go ahead. We're going to do a little bit of a nap while we wait, because I don't want to go too much extra long. And as you can see, that time is going by as well. There we go. All right. What is that? Okay, that was weird. All right, so carpentry skill book project. We can go to the storage. We can see it's right here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to right click. And it gave us a carpentry skill scroll. I can right click, and now I have unlocked it. I've got 5 additional land claim papers, which showed up in my backpack. And I could right click this again and get more. This allows collaboration because now I have unlocked this skill. I've done the research. I can share it with others. I could sell it. I could give it to somebody, whatever. And I can basically just make infinite of those skill scrolls because I have accomplished the research. And that's basically that. Alright, so we have our tiny little terrible hut. This is going to get tore down and rebuilt. Not going to be like this for very long. And we got ourselves some more land claim. We have unlocked carpentry, but not specialized in it yet. We have, according to this, another 18 minutes. So next episode we'll be getting carpentry, because I actually aimed for that on purpose. That is going to do it for this episode. So, until next time, have a good one.